Hello, welcome back. Moving forward into Mod 7 Investigation 4, I'm going to skip over 1 because I think what it asks are generally pretty basic and, call upon our understanding of the coordinate plane and labeling points and so forth. In question 2, they give us this context of an Arctic village skiing trail having a radius of 1 kilometer, and a skier starts at the position 1, 0 on the coordinate axis. So just to give you a visual of that, get my drawing app to work here. All right, so we're starting here, and the skier moves counterclockwise and pauses at the position x equals 0.5, y equals 0.87. So that would be somewhere around here. And that's the point, 0.5, 0.87. And we're asked in A to describe what the value 0.5 represents and illustrate this measurement on the axes they provide us. Okay, so what does the value 0.05 represent and illustrate this measurement on the axes above, which are not really above. I've drawn them here. 0.5 is the distance in kilometers from the vertical diameter, right? That is just our x coordinate, and it is just this distance. Now 0.87 by contrast is this distance. 0.87 is the distance in kilometers. That's important. Our unit of measure here is kilometers, as it was here, of the skier from the horizontal diameter. The horizontal diameter, right? That would be this line. Okay, so in exercises 4A and 4AI and 4AI, the question has changed. Really only a small change has been made. We're given in this scenario the amount of arc the skier traveled along this circular path for a ski trail that has a radius of 2.5 kilometers. And we're told that it stops for a rest, and then asked to explain what does it mean when we divide this arc length by the radius. And we know from Investigation 3 and Investigation 2 that when we take the arc of a circle and we divide that by the radius of a given circle, that gives us the number of radius lengths, or radians, we have traveled along the arc. And so the skier has traveled 2.75 over 2.5, our radius, equals 1.1 radians and that's to say that we've traveled 1.1 radius lengths. We've traveled, I shouldn't say we've, because it's not like we're skiing with him, but you get my point. We've traveled, radians literally translates to radius lengths, 1.1 radius lengths along the ski trail. Okay, so now part 4a double I asks us to determine the ordered pair measured in radii on the coordinate axes that identifies the location where the skier rested. So we no longer want our unit of measure to be kilometers, right? That would be this. Well, let me change that and go back to what I used earlier. We don't want this in kilometers. We want to know the skier's position relative to the vertical diameter and the horizontal diameter in terms of radius lengths. So based on what we know from part AI, we can establish that theta in radians, this theta here, is equal to 1.1 radians, or radius lengths. And so if we want to determine an ordered pair, an xy, that gives us the skier's position in terms of radius lengths, we say, okay, I know theta in radians is 1.1 radius lengths, so I use cosine of 1.1 radians and sine of 1.1 radians. Let's use brackets here. And that is going to give us roughly about 0.454 for our x value in terms of radius lengths and 0.891 radius lengths in this direction. Alright, so I've decided to try and cut the size of my videos down, and we're at 8 minutes now. When we come back, we will pick this up with part 4 a triple I and determine perhaps regress, if you will, not regress, but go back to really try and get an understanding of what the sine and the cosine function do and how they relate to units of measure. So see you in the next video.